Hello, I'm Bobby Hawk, and I am running for the Blue Springs School District Board of Education. I currently sit on the board and am hoping to be reelected on April 5th with your support. Now, today I'm wearing my Chiefs gear because it is Red Friday right before the AFC Championship game. But I'm also wearing my Chiefs gear because I believe in team. And I believe that each team collectively can win, but I also believe that each player has to understand their role and their responsibility, which is what I want to focus in on today. I've been asked the question really in the last 3 years as I've been serving off and on in different ways, and especially more recently, what do school boards actually do? Or, Bobby, as a school board member, what do you actually do? And it's a great question because I'll be honest, I think sometimes people run for boards of education and they don't know the answer to that question. They don't know the answer because they haven't spent the time talking to current board members and building relationships. They don't know the answer to that question because they haven't researched it out, or they don't know the answer to that question because they simply don't attend work sessions and school board meetings to find out the roles and responsibilities of a school board member. But with that said, the school board members make up a team, a cohesive unit, a collective voice. A school board that works well together, which I believe our school board has worked incredibly well together, especially through the last 2 years of a pandemic. But a school board that works well together understands this, that first of all, we understand our role collectively as a board. So let me kind of explain that. Our role as a board is really comprised of about four main areas. Lots of other things that we do, but four main areas. Number one, we set the direction for the school district, the overall direction for the school district. Number two, we oversee the budget for the school district. The financial stewardship lies within the Board of Education. Number three, we implement and when necessary, we add or change policies for the school district. We are the governing body. And number four, we hire and employ one employee. That is the superintendent of the schools. The superintendent works directly for the board, directly with the board, and we have great collaboration currently with Dr. Bob Jerome. Now, those are the four main things we do. There are a lot of other things that we are involved in, but let me share a couple things that we do not do or should not do. Here's an example. We should not speak individually and share just simply our opinion. We should speak as representatives of the board. Our individual voice actually has no power. We're a board of 7. And so the decisions that come from the board, whether it would be a 4-3 vote, 5-2, 6-1, or a 7-0 vote, represent the board. That's our collective voice. When we share individually, we're sharing from that voice. I've shared many things, even on social media, that have come from the board and represent what I would consider the opinions or the decisions of the board, but my own individual voice has absolutely no power, which means anybody running for school board who makes promises that they will do this, they will change this, they will add this, or they will take this away, is simply making empty promises. We do nothing individually. Everything we do is in collaboration as a board of 7, and that's our responsibility. Another thing we don't do or should not do anyway, is to micromanage the affairs of the school district. Oftentimes we get asked to step into a situation that involved a classroom or a school principal and administrator, whatever that might be. That's not our role. We are not to micromanage the district. Again, we hire and employ a superintendent. He has his team. There's a trickle-down effect, if you will, from administrators to teachers to support staff. And so it's our job to redirect people with those questions to the right people. And sometimes we'll all get the same email from a concerned parent, and our board president would respond to that email and redirect them, or in many cases, that email is automatically responded from our superintendent or one of our assistant superintendents because they're the right person to handle that. And so we have to be very careful not to micromanage as board members. It's not our role, it's not our responsibility, and a team can't work effectively when individuals are playing a role that they're not supposed to play. So we really try to stay in our lanes, and our board works wonderful when we do that. It kind of comes back to that collective voice. When we're an ensemble, we sing together, it sounds good. When we have solos or duets, people who are just trying to represent their own opinions or concerns, or one group of parents' opinions or concerns. That's not a collective voice, and it's not a healthy dynamic for a school board to have. Now, I will tell you, we have a lot of different opinions on our board. We don't always agree, but we find ways to align. We strive for consensus. Even if we can't all agree, we find ways to align. And that's what makes an effective school board. And I believe that's what's made the Blue Springs School District effective for many years. It's been a privilege to be part of that. And I would love to continue to be a part of the team that makes up the Blue Springs School District and to function in a board role again. April 5th is the election. I would appreciate your support. In the meantime, if you have questions or concerns that I can try to answer through these 5-minute or so Fridays, then please let me know through my Facebook page or send an email, bobby@hawkforschoolboard.com. I'll continue to post each Friday leading up to the April 5th election to try to address concerns or questions that you, the community, may have. And again, my purpose is very simple. It's to help staff and students fulfill theirs. And I would love to continue to serve in that role on the team that we refer to as the Blue Springs School District. Thanks for your support.